I watch all my films in single screens because I get certain reactions which I don't expect. You know, they react on the most unexpected things.
Considering the sort of action that you do, I think it looks so incredible. And I'm 100% sure at some stage you'll be doing Hollywood for sure. You'll do
Oh,
India proud. I have no doubt
thank
about
you,
that.
thank you. That's very generous of you to say. That is my ultimate goal. But
What did that period tell you in terms of the importance of entertainment in people's lives?
because of the pandemic, I think the boom of the OTT platforms, really sort of took off.
I asked you that action star that you feel who's the best action star that you think of, and you took the name of Shah Rukh Khan.
It's tough. It's tough to face a man like Sunny Deol. Honestly speaking, with that whole persona and presence.
Hello, hi
Hi
Tiger. How are you?
guys, how are you all? Sorry I'm late.
No worries, no worries. So congratulations, Tiger.
Thank you. Not yet, but thank you so much.
No, no. I think the way it is looking like, I think बहुत बहुत जबरदस्त opening होने वाला है. So Tiger, can we say that maybe I think you also have war, so I think that's a tough entity to have. But one of the biggest openers,
Which one, sir?
Ganpath.
Well, fingers crossed. Yeah, it is definitely my solo biggest budget film for me, and I've been very very grateful to have such generous producers like Jackie, Vashuji, and really grateful that they've gone all in for such a front-footed film. Where you can't really hold back on this genre, you can't hold back on the promise of this film in terms of the visual, in terms of the spectacle we're trying to bring, in terms of the newness we're trying to bring, and create a completely whole new world. So it is definitely a film that I'd like to give credit completely to the makers.
Okay, now Tiger, the interesting part is that you've always been known for your action. You're known for your dancing as well. But gradually, what you've also managed to just acquire is this I think felicity for these punchy dialogues.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And like even यहाँ पर भी जिस तरीके के अपन अपन को जब डर लगता है तो अपन अपन बहुत मारता है, मतलब इन द सेंस और भी जो डायलॉग इसके अंदर हैं, तो वो आई थिंक जो एक डायलॉग्स के साथ का आपका जो एक जुड़ गया, ये पहली फिल्म से आपके साथ में जुड़ा. एंड नाउ व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इज कि व्हेन यू आर मॉड्यूलेटिंग योर वॉइस इन द स्टूडियोज, वो आप वो आपको एक मतलब एक्सपीरियंस की वजह से वो एक आपको मजा आ रहा है. यू आर एंजॉयिंग दैट वॉइस मॉड्यूलेशन नाउ बिकॉज आई थिंक यू एक्सपीरियंस से आपको समझ में आता है कि इसका एक बड़े से सिनेमा हॉल के अंदर लोगों पे क्या असर होगा. नाउ यू अंडरस्टैंड.
I'm very, very grateful for the audience who have accepted me, and um, I watch all my films in single screens because I get certain reactions which I don't expect. They react on the most unexpected things. Of course, they like the usual, the way I deliver certain punchlines, or the way I tear my T-shirt in the climax, or some of the cliches that you see in a Tiger Shroff film. But it's amazing to see they react on the most unexpected things. So for me, it's a learning. I am what I am because of my audience. So मैं जितना हो सके मैं कोशिश करता हूँ to see my films with them. Sometimes with them knowing, sometimes without them knowing, because if they know I'm watching the film with them, then perhaps they would not watch the screen as much. So I usually go in disguise and sit in the midst of people and see what they react to. It's such a learning for me, sir.
ओके, टाइगर, बहुत से जो एक्टर्स होते हैं, स्टार्स होते हैं, उनका एक ख्वाब होता है कि ऑडियंस से उनको एक रिस्पांस मिले और लोग जो हैं उनके सीन्स के ऊपर तालियां बजाएं, सीटियां
जी
बजाएं.
जी जी जी
एंड आई थिंक sort of love that you get from audience is something that is truly unprecedented. How do you look at this fascination that people have for you? And the interesting part is that आमिर खान का एक बड़ा यूनिक सा एक उनका एबिलिटी है कि that उनको एक यूनिवर्सल ऑडियंस उनको उनकी फिल्मों को पसंद करती है कि आमिर खान की फिल्म है तो अच्छी ही होगी. उसी तरीके से आपका जो एक पैकेज जिस तरीके से आपने डेवलप कर लिया है कि अगर टाइगर श्रॉफ की अगर फिल्म है तो पैसा वसूल ही होगी, ये एक बहुत ही रेयर क्वालिटी
Uh, यार सर मैं बहुत ही शुक्रगुजार हूँ यार. Like I always say, I got very lucky from the very beginning. My first film, Hero Panti, I was absolutely raw and I had no idea what I was doing. And I think that vulnerability came across on screen. And ever since then, there's a certain rawness that I haven't lost yet. I still feel like, it's my first film, and I think that shows in my eyes, that shows in, the way I perform. um, I think there's a certain I think I'm just very, very grateful that the audiences sort of connect with me in a way where, you know they expect and they identify me through a certain means, whether that is my action image, whether that is the whole hero type image that they see in me. I एक एक जिम्मेदारी है मेरे लिए, क्योंकि I have to continuously raise the bar for myself and to do it for them and to give them uh, a new version of myself in the same genre. It's quite difficult to continuously reinvent myself and to keep giving them a good show time and again. Sometimes I go wrong, sometimes I'm right. But really, it's for me, it's a team effort. Like for me, in this film, Ganpath, I would have to, say I've been blessed with an amazing team, and Vikas Bell, Jackie Bagnani, Vashtuji, of course, all the technicians who have worked. We worked with an international action director. His name is Tim Mann, and he's worked on some of the biggest Hollywood films. So everybody's brought so much to the table that I think that is the reason why this film Ganpath is the most special and different film for me in terms of the action genre, especially.
है. एब्सोल्युटली. ना रिसेंटली एक रील काफी वायरल हो रही है इंस्टाग्राम पे टाइगर. तो बेसिकली few Hollywood stars, they are having a discussion, like a podcast amongst themselves.
Okay.
तो उसमें मैट डेमन बात कर रहे हैं टॉम क्रूज के बारे में कि उनकी
Okay.
टॉम क्रूज से मुलाकात हुई और उन्होंने एक पर्टिकुलर सीक्वेंस के बारे में उनसे बात करी जो कि बहुत डिफिकल्ट था, बहुत ही डिफिकल्ट लग रहा था देखने में कि आपने ये किया. तो उन्होंने कहा कि दैट ये एक सीक्वेंस मैंने 15 साल से मैंने सोचा हुआ था इसके बारे में. तो जब मैंने when I told this to the safety guy, so he said it's not possible because it's too difficult, it's not possible.
So he
Then
changed the safety guy.
Matt Damon so then
Yeah. I've
I
seen
changed
this
the,
interview.
yeah.
I've seen this interview.
So
So yeah.
Matt Damon said that when safety guy says that it's too difficult, it's too difficult. What is Tiger Shroff's approach, considering the sort of action that you do? I think it looks so incredible, and I'm 100% sure at some stage you'll be doing Hollywood for sure. You'll do
Oh,
India proud. I have no doubt
thank
about
you,
it.
thank you. That's very generous of you to say. That is my ultimate goal. But I've luckily been very, very grateful so far that I've had an amazing career in terms of the action genre. Especially the reason I've been able to sort of keep going is because I've been blessed with amazing technicians who keep me safe, who are well equipped, well rehearsed. No matter how much no matter how far I push myself, I think the only people who are worried more than the action coordinators are my mother and father. So I don't have to tell them what I'm doing, whether today I'm jumping from one building to another. I think the action directors are well equipped nowadays, and I think they are well aware of my potential also as an action hero. So honestly, it's I haven't faced that problem yet. We like pushing each other, we like raising the bar, and I think the level of action films here can easily compete with the West if we were given a chance and we were given that sort of budget and facility.
All right. So, Tiger, we spoke in the pandemic. Bagi 3, it started off with a bang, and then pandemic
Yes,
came in,
sir.
but it had done its part for. I'm sure that it would have done far bigger business than what it finally did, but
Yes.
the way it started was with a bang. So I still remember it was a tough phase for everyone. You were trying to as stay as focused as possible with your exercising regimen and doing whatever best you can. What did that period tell you in terms of the importance of entertainment in people's lives?
I mean, I think the pandemic, because of the pandemic, I think the boom of the OTT platforms, really sort of took off. And I think we were so much more exposed to the OTT because of the pandemic. I think that has had a big reason of all that, content and all the content coming in, I think is special thanks to the pandemic. Um, I mean, for me personally, I'm not much of a movie buff, but because, you were stuck at home, didn't have much to do, entertainment was a sort of escapism for all of us at that time. And I think uh, the OTT platforms really, really were a savior for so many of us. So I think we definitely are very grateful that we had this means of entertainment for us all, just to keep us going and just to keep our minds occupied and satiated in such tough times.
All right, and uh, I still remember during our it was an Instagram live only, and you mentioned that I asked you that when is it that you're going to be working Kriti Sanon once again, and
Oh
you said
yeah.
that she is a very busy person. So enjoyed working with her.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure that.
absolutely. I mean, some things never change really, and it felt like only yesterday when we were shooting our first film together. 9 years later, here we are shooting Ganpath, and had such an amazing time. I think we got closer during this film. I think her doing action for the first time, she sort of really uh, relied on me, and I think I was more than happy to give her as much comfort and support because it was such a new genre to her. But taking no credit away from her, I mean, she's worked so hard as she does for all her roles. I think Ganpat is going to sort of reinvent her again and show a very, very new Kriti Sanon and give her a new audience altogether with this film. I think she's just done such an outstanding job, and I can't wait for our fans and all the audience to see our chemistry one more time and hopefully love us together one more time.
She has called you one of the most disciplined actors that she knows.
I think there's so many actors that are disciplined nowadays. The new generation are so disciplined. I've recently worked with Akshay Kumar ji, and I feel I thought I was disciplined until I met him. Yeah. He is definitely the most disciplined actor out there.
Okay, so Tiger, when I spoke to you with Tara, and I asked you that action star that you feel who's the best action star that you think of, and you took the name of Shah Rukh Khan. At that point of time, Shah Rukh, like none of the films were coming out. He had taken a break, and now with Pathan and Jawan coming in, and he just completely reinventing himself. What was it in his earlier persona that you thought that made him an action star the way you imagined?
Because of the way he uses his body when he performs, when he does scenes, when he does sequences where he's getting beaten up. For example, if you remember Dar, the way it's tough to face a man like Sunny Deol, honestly speaking, with that whole persona and presence. But the way Shah Rukh sir took that beating and the way he used his body to give those reactions and those larger than life reactions, uh, it's amazing how he uses the physical space and the surroundings as an actor. I mean, even if it's not an action sequence, I mean, talking about his early work, the way he uses space in a normal scene also, it is phenomenal. I think he's very, very in tune with his body, and uh, you put Shah Rukh sir in any genre, I think he's unstoppable because of the command he has over himself.